right. I think we're live now. Let some people trickle in here as they come. Hopefully it's on X, on YouTube, on Instagram. Let's see if we can get this going. Joy Briscoe, new subscriber. Okay. How you feeling about the team so far? Not too many changes. I mean, some people got promoted. You guys ran it back, and then a couple new teams out there. How you feeling about the team so far?
Man, it's going to be an exciting year. I think the league just in general looks like a better league. Obviously, we got bigger names and stuff like that, but I think it's going to be exciting. A lot of new faces for sure. A lot of new faces.
Yeah, a lot of welcome to the league moments. Hopefully, you guys decided to run it back with your own squad. Do you feel like you guys are just a couple pieces away to make it happen? I know obviously Bivouac hasn't made the playoffs yet, and so do you feel like you're just a couple pieces away, or how you feeling?
Yeah, for sure. Because last year, man, I mean, yeah, I see our record, but like, man, we had a lot of close games. A lot of games I felt like one or two balls, didn't go our way, and we essentially lost. So for sure, that's how we're thinking. We're thinking, keep our core guys together and just add, a couple more pieces and see what we can do from there. For sure.
Yeah. Look at Cube. He's in the. Is he rocking the rock look? Okay, no. He's thought he was wearing a turtleneck. He is rocking the chain though. Got his Hall of Fame pin on his. Okay.
Looking smooth.
Definitely a good setup this year, though. I know last year was kind of a little more put together, but definitely got some things going well. Here on your screen too. I don't know if I should pull it up on my own phone. I have it next to me on this monitor, but
yeah.
Seems like for you guys, I feel like bigs are always pretty coveted in the league. Feels like you guys have your ball handlers, have your wings. That strategy for you and Gerald and Corey this year.
Yeah. Try to give us a little bit more size. Definitely, I think we have scorers and Gerald and Corey and also me and maybe some defense and some size will help us a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no one better than to say who they're going to pick.
But even a playmaker maybe may work out for us too. I think it just depends on how this draft goes. I mean, we have the 11th pick, so obviously we got to wait and see what other people do.
Yeah. Do you feel like you guys? So I guess like during the off season, I'm sure you guys talk about these kind of picks like leading up to the draft. You're kind of juggling the season. Is this something where you guys kind of corroborate on who you want to pick, or is it more so just kind of throwing some names out there and seeing if you guys all agree on one? How does that work in the draft process for y'all?
Like that, pretty much. We just kind of all talk about what do we think will work out for us, and just kind of piggyback, throw out names, kind of have like we have a whiteboard, believe it or not.
Okay.
So put names on the whiteboard, take them off, stuff like that.
Okay, I didn't know how professional y'all got. It was more just like throwing some guys in the Excel sheet.
I guess it's professional, but I mean, I don't know. It's just something that's, I guess, yeah, we got our little whiteboard. So.
My thing.
Oh, Brandon Moss is the pick.
Already got the first pick. Wow, that was quick. So Brandon Moss. I didn't even realize they were on the clock yet. Okay. Got our first pick in. Brandon Moss. I think that was kind of expected just with the season he had last year. That's a pick for them. They got the new captains over there. The P brothers and Greg Monroe.
Congratulations on that. Rashard Lewis.
Rashard's the coach now.
He's a coach, yeah.
We got Ball Hogs on the clock now.
that's more of like a forward, a hybrid that can play on the perimeter.
That's not a bad pick for them.
Get to the rim, and he's one of those guys very
No, I
athletic.
think they needed a little bit of size.
The point
And,
guards.
Well, he's athletic, bro. Brandon Moss is athletic.
yeah, but
Hey, just bring in energy. You know, the big three. It's good to have somebody that's gonna bring you, you know, bring your team, give you energy plays.
do you feel like you guys look for guys like with experience in the big three? How much does that matter in like some of the people you're thinking about?
Yeah, it matters a lot. I think for a lot of people, they're thinking of it like that. Maybe not, but you know. But I also think it matters a lot. But also too, you know, on the flip coin, going after someone young or younger with energy, I think could help out a lot too. So.
Yeah, there's a couple of young guys in here. I saw Eric Pascal in there. Not sure where he's been playing, but you know he was with the Warriors not too long ago. Trayvon Duvall is a former 5-star recruit. Kyrie Walker, hope that's his last name. Another 5-star recruit in the past. So there's some exciting guys in this draft. I feel like there's a lot of guys with experience. You got a lot of guys that have played in this league before. I feel like that's definitely gonna go a long way with them usually getting picked up by somebody new. We got some switch arounds too. Reggie Evans over there at Three's Company now. That's a little odd.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy. Man, that team right there is almost like a super team already. So.
You got it. See who ball hogs go with. They went Larry Sanders. So that was an interesting move too. Is that Triplets decided to drop. They decided to drop both their guys and bring them back into the draft pool. I thought that was an interesting strategy. I don't know if there's someone they're like thinking about.
Yeah, it must be someone that they're thinking about. But Larry was a top pick for I think anybody in the draft. I mean, I honestly think he would have went first if other people had pick. So that's a good pick, obviously. Yeah.
You guys got a couple back-to-back. That's kind of a nice to have as well. I mean, like obviously you pick later in the draft, so you got to wait and sit on it to see who you're going to get. But then you got to kind of have a pick on the turnaround as well. So
yeah, I mean, it's a bit tricky, but man, that last pick, it seemed like I said, it seemed like every year. This is my 3rd year playing. It seemed like every year we've had the last pick of the draft. So I don't know. You just got to work with what you can work with.
Yeah.
But it's a little difficult when you go into a situation thinking, all right, I'm gonna have this player to draft, and it doesn't work out like that. You can't even put together.
Yeah, and a lot of these guys, it's hard to show up to the combine on a certain day, especially when it's a little last minute. So you don't get to see what they've been doing at the combine necessarily either. But I guess you guys know what these guys can do. I feel like too.
Congratulations to you and the Big Pen. Get ready, guys. You're gonna have
I'm not gonna lie though, man. Just so far, the captains and then the players who are getting drafted, the Big Three is going to be crazy this year. It's going to be talented. It's going to be a lot of good players.
I feel like there's a lot of credibility being built as well just within this league. I've heard of a couple of guys who were just recently in the NBA now thinking about playing, but they didn't necessarily play. But maybe in a couple of years, it just gets even crazier.
Mm-hmm.
Got Tri-State on the clock. They got a little bit of a new team too. They got Jay Rich as captain still, but they decided to bring on Kevin Murphy, Amir Johnson.
Yeah, it's like the same, but it's not.
2024 Big 3 draft.
They're picking on now. Henry Sims. Okay. Former 76er. See your guy go yet? In the first 3 picks? See your guy go yet within the first 3 picks?
Honestly, we had Larry on our list for sure. We would have picked Larry on our list. I don't know if we would have picked him first, but that's not a name we would let pass twice.
Right.
No.
A former MVP and the two-time champion as co-captains with Kevin Murphy.
I mean, because Larry just plays defense. I mean, he does. You know, he's not one of those guys that just kind of like needs the ball, but he can make plays. You know, he's smart, intelligent on the floor, and he has incredible defense.
Right.
Defense is one of the best, probably in the big three.
I think we got tattooed with the doc.
Yeah, I'm hanging out right here.
So
Really
we're seeing,
Doctor, super smooth.
Dr. J. Julius.
yeah, seen 3 picks so far, a couple bigs, and then I don't know if you consider Moss a big or not, but
I would say he's a wing.
more of a wing, yeah.
Yeah.
That size,
Yeah.
big bell.
Hopefully the chemistry
That size goes quick.
fast. We always had pretty good chemistry.
Absolutely, man. Henry Smith, what can you say about this guy?
Well, he's
Henry Sims. You know Henry Sims?
like Shaq out there.
I remember him a little bit in the 76er days. I'm trying to think if he was on one of those teams when the 76ers were struggling, but I'm not too familiar with this game. I just know he's a big.
Feel great. Like Doc said, we got
He's like 6'11", used to play with the 76ers.
Uh-huh.
good with our pick.
Oh, okay. I remember him. This is not a bad pick at all. It's a good pick right here.
Trilogy on the clock.
That trilogy on the clock.
Those
The
giving
3-time champs.
a little mess for switching teams. So yeah, he might have a rival
They got
going in the big three.
they got Opart now as captain.
So
They got Isaiah Briscoe back. He's a co-captain for the first time, and they added someone named, I hope I don't say his name wrong, Katie Lalane or Lalan. All I know is he played over in Kuwait at one point. He's another big guy. So we got a guard, a wing, and a big. They might go Hezigod here. Keep it going, but
That'll be a good pick. Because you kind of keeping the same.
core together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'll make sense. Hezigod is a good pick.
So we'll see what Trilogy does, but you know they know how to win, so we'll see.
Picks in.
The pick is in. Oh man.
Oh, they went with Roscoe Smith. I didn't even hear Clyde announce the pick. It just kind of popped up.
Oh, okay.
Smith. Okay.
Roscoe Smith.
For anyone tuned in, apologies on some of the mix-ups on the live stream. I'm usually not the ones behind the scenes and on screen.
Are you supposed to be on Instagram too, live or no?
Did it not go live on Instagram?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, let me make sure. Get this right.
I'll go live with you. I don't know how to do it though. You know, you can share live.
Yeah, on this it's like you have to pick your not practice. Public, next. And then it said you put in the stream key. It says I'm live, but I guess I'm not. Stream is public. You'll find it at the top of your feed on Instagram. The aliens are on the clock, by the way.
Now we have the aliens on the clock. Aliens, they revamped their whole team in the Millsap. Yep, he's a captain.
Maybe we'll just record from my phone.
I think they'll pick Hezigod.
Aliens. I'm surprised they passed up on him, just to be honest. I don't know if he's going to go back around the second time.
I mean, they got all bigs. They need a guard. I'm going Hezigod right now.
So is Roscoe Smith a big? Is that what you're
It's the
saying?
alien. It's Paul Millsap, John Millsap, and Al
Jefferson. Straight bigs.
Straight bigs. They got to get a guard.
Al Jefferson.
Or Hezigod.
And with the fifth pick, first round of the 2024 Big 3 draft.
They went Abraham Millsap.
Abraham, so this is going to be the first time we have
It's going to be
That's crazy.
3 brothers on the team. What? Who's the best brother combo right now? got you and Gerald. You got the Pardos. You got the Millsaps.
It's kind of cool. It's something we've never seen in the Big Three. 3 brothers on the same team.
That's going to be
At least we know hopefully
interesting.
play together.
That's crazy.
They go back to the backyard.
That's crazy.
To me, it feels like, because I think Gerald did this with you.
Yeah.
He was going to pick you the second round before Tri-State scooped y'all, knowing like,
To have you in this league, Paul
not to
Millsap.
say no one would pick you because obviously someone did, but I think the strategy was like, let's take my brother on the back end and get someone who might go early in the first round.
Right.
Let's just make sure we get our mans.
It's about the chemistry.
It was crazy.
Pretty much every day. You know, we
I've never seen that. I guess that is the first time that they've had 3 brothers on one team.
defensive presence is going to be pretty good. So there's a lot
I wonder if they're guards though. Are they bigs like him? Are they all just big?
So John, I was looking up earlier, is like 6'6",
Okay.
a wing. I don't know about
You know that
Abraham.
especially if you put your brother on, you know, it's got to make
Yeah, I
Coach Mo
know,
happy, right?
man.
Let's see.
I want to win for coach. You know, I want to win for
All right. So what pick was that? That was 5th?
That was the 5th. So we're on pick 6, killer 3s. I think they go Dom here.
Pick is also based off.
Abraham's 6'4", so I guess they got a guard, wing, and big, and another big.
Of the Big Three,
You said the killer 3s are next?
pick number 6.
Killer 3s are next. I think they're going to go Dominique Johnson.
You know, with the alien,
Oh, they got it. They have to.
That's their guy. I mean, I feel like that's just a squad they've been rolling with the past 2 years. Why would you not take him again?
they've come less than 10 points from making the playoffs.
They got the Millsaps really got a whole family of just like a team. That's funny.
Yeah.
None of them are just like the same size or anything. That's funny.
Absolutely. So they definitely need this to be a great pick. And I think the pick.
By the way, for anyone on the stream, I know Donte is supposed to be on here. Or the Killer 3 is supposed to get his insight, but he's running a little late. So we'll hear what he's got to say. We'll see if he's here before the second round.
First round of the 2024 Big 3 draft. Killer 3 selects Dominique Johnson.
So not much of a surprise there.
That's
Man, 2 years in a row. Yeah, I mean he can play, man. He can score, play off the ball.
Dominique Johnson was the 4th man of the year last year.
Know him.
Killer 3s were
Plenty of teams on some of the games.
essentially kind of got screwed up the last week when they were at the top, and then they were out of the bottom 4 just like that. It just shows you how close the league is. But
It's crazy.
He was like, y'all know how I get down. Absolutely. So it's good to see them keep some continuity. Like I said, they got a good squad. They've
I'm
only
not sure why that's
points from making it to the
popping up
playoffs.
as a kicker.
in 2
But
years in a
all right, those ballers on the clock. Just mess that up. So, and for anyone tuned in, if Garlon exits the building for a sec, he's doing some behind the scenes draft stuff. His brother. So obviously can't share any secrets here. Get this back up. So we have Brandon Moss, Larry Sanders, Henry Sims, Roscoe Smith, Abraham Millsap, and Dominique Johnson go so far. Dominique Johnson, I guess the second guard to go if Abraham is a guard. We got Ghost Ballers on the clock. See what Mike, Jonathan Simmons, and Chris Johnson draw up here. I'm looking down at my phone. I'm trying to do all sides of it tonight. So I'm locked in. I'm tuned in. I'm just multitasking. Okay, looks like the pick is in. They went Darnell Jackson, so another team looking to run back the same squad to a degree. Chuck Garcia is not in the draft this year. They went Darnell Jackson for the 7th pick. It's a good pick. Darnell's been in the league for a long time. And he's got a high IQ, another big, can score, team player. I think Darnell's a great passer too. All right. So we're at pick 8. We're moving right along. The draft was on time. Things are going well right now. We got power on the clock. I got a new captain. It looks like Patino Mobley might have retired. No official announcement yet. But Glenn Rice Jr. is now the captain there. TJ Klein was promoted to co-captain, and they bring back Royce White as the other one. See what they do here. They had Akeel Mitchell as a co-captain last year. The year before, they had Skittish Feely. So they've had a few different co-captains. And they had 2 years ago, they were in the championship. Last year, kind of on the fence, but obviously missed after losing 2 triplets at the end of the season. See what they do here. I'm going to have to do all this stuff afterwards, aren't I? Hours on the clock. Drop some comments if you guys are live. Let me know if you think anyone specific should get selected. Wish the Instagram side of things was working. That is unfortunate. Not sure what's going on there. If I can move this and then add it back. Try this for a third time here. Get some people tuned in on Instagram. Got the pick in. Deshaun Stevens, number 8. It's a good pick there. Okay, so I got to click go live here. There we go. All right. I think we're on Instagram. Showing my cards too early again. Deshaun Stevens. Tri-State co-captain last year. Number 2 pick the year before. Helping Aliens to their first playoff appearance. Now he joins Power. It's a great pick. I think Nancy Lieberman really liked him in the past when he was playing for Aliens. Comes a free agent again due to some of the changes. And now he's part of Power. Welcome to anyone tuning in from Instagram. Sorry for the late stream. Was trying to get it up and going, and I was having some technical difficulties, but I think I figured it out. So hopefully didn't keep you guys waiting too long. We got Garlon Greene tapped in here. If he's currently doing some draft things on the other side of the mute and no camera. So he'll be back momentarily. And Donte Greene's just running a little bit late, he said. Although as fast as this thing is going, he might be late completely. But hopefully Donte will join us at some point as well. All right, let's go to pick number 9, where we got triplets up. So triplets went with an interesting strategy. They had a chance to actually bring back their whole team, and they decided to send both Larry Sanders and Jamario Moon back to the draft pool, which they're allowed to do. We saw Larry Sanders already go early in this draft. Triplets, who was the runner-up last year, making the championship, is now looking to try to get back to it. They've won a championship in 2019, bring back the same captains. So we'll see what we got. We'll see what Triplets is thinking. They must have somebody in mind if they were willing to drop both their guys back into the draft pool, especially Larry Sanders, who's a former Defensive Player of the Year in the BIG3. So it's a good production by the BIG3. They got 10,000 people tapped in. Okay. It's pretty nice. London. Is there going to be a future team in London? They got some expansion coming. Rivers tuned in. Drop who you think Triplets might be going to get. Bigs are highly coveted. We've seen that early on. Got some enemies highlights here. Oh, what happened here? It's just on my end. As soon as I say it was a good production, did I mess something up here? Let's check. Oh, we're back. Okay. I'm not sure what happened. Triplets still on the clock.
I think you just good feeling.
Season 7. Garlon and Bivouac have a couple of back-to-back picks. I don't know if their guy is gone, but he mentioned earlier on the live stream that they are planning to go with the big. Triplets pick is in. Okay. They went Jeff Ayers, former Ball Hawks captain, former Bivouac guy. Now a part of Triplets, a guy that can bang down low, can also stretch the floor. Jeff Ayers goes to Triplets. A lot of these got former co-captains and stuff finding homes. Back on new squads. Okay. So now we're at pick 10. Man, we are zooming. Only 22 picks in this. Oh, no, they haven't picked yet. I'm messing this up. If you didn't see the rosters earlier, Three's company decided to add Reggie Evans as their third co-captain. So they have Mario Chalmers, Michael Beasley, now Reggie Evans, who it's going to be weird to see him in orange and blue after playing for three of the Monsters for so long. But with some of the changes as captain, now they decided to go a different route on their co-captain. So Reggie Evans finds a new home, and that's a force down low. One of the best rebounders in this league's history. But what does that mean for Three's company? Maybe a wing, another big shooter. Three's company feels like a team that you feel like it's looking on paper that could potentially make the playoffs, but they haven't done it just yet, so we'll see. I got everybody there in Vegas, though. Got everyone there. 11,000 people tapped in. So far, the picks so far, we have Brandon Moscow, number 1 overall. And we have Larry Sanders to the Ball Hogs, Henry Sims, Tri-State, Roscoe Smith, the Trilogy, Abraham Millsap to Aliens, Dominique Johnson to Killer Threes, Darnell Jackson to Ghost Ballers, Deshaun Stevens to Power. And we just saw Jeff Ayers go to Triplets. So we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 9 picks are former guys that have played in this league. So experience goes a long way, clearly. No comments yet, huh? Nothing. Everyone's tapped in. Everyone's excited for this draft. That's cool. That's cool. I don't need any necessarily. On my end, let me see if I can get something going. Three's Company really using all their time. They got 30 seconds left on the clock. I know it's not a long clock, but either their guy's gone or they're deciding between a couple of people because both their guys or all of their guys are still there from their draft board. Meanwhile, let's see what Garland's thinking on the other end. Are his guys gone? And then Bivouac's guys. Looks like the pick is in. Nasir Kaur. Okay. So a guy from the combine who performed today is getting a shot. Nice. So this guy, I've seen him in the 3-on-3 basketball tournament and saw him today at the combine. He's a big guard. I guess Three's Company wanted another ball handler, but wanted something maybe a little bit bigger, more physical, in a physical league. Makes sense. Nasir Kaur goes to Three's Company. Bivouac's on the clock. Wonder the conversations they're having on the other end. Hopefully we can hear from Garlon what they're thinking or what they were thinking. Where does Bivouac go? So if you weren't here at the beginning of the live stream, Garlon mentioned that he and the rest of Bivouac are hoping for a big. A lot of bigs have already gone. I don't know if their person of choice is already gone, but he mentioned they have a little bit of a draft board or a whiteboard when they're picking guys. So we'll see. About 1:30. I got another pick coming up soon, so I can't imagine I won't be off the phone just yet. Trying to. 50 seconds for Bivouac. See what they're thinking. What bigs are left? Wonder if Jeff Ayers was on their mind too. He used to play for Bivouac. They took him a couple years ago. Good friends with Gerald. Picks in. Jalen Johnson. Okay. Nice pick. So with the last pick in the first round, I'm going to put that up there. The last pick in the first round, Bivouac goes to Jalen Johnson. Played with Ball Hogs last year. I think he went in the same spot. It was just this was the second round last year because neither of the championship teams decided to throw both of their non-co-captains back into the draft pool. So there's only 10 picks, and Jalen Johnson was the first pick of the second round. This year he's the last pick of the first round and goes number 11 to Bivouac. So they get their big. Jalen Johnson might be one of the best passers in this league, to be real. think he's been killing it too overseas.
Hey, sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Hey, no worries. Jalen Johnson off the board. That's a solid pick. Is that something
Nah,
that was on your guys' mind?
we were stressing just now, but I had to turn the mic off because I mean, half our list, man, was already picked. Literally,
A lot of bigs early.
Man, we had Deshaun Stevens, we had Jeff Aries, we had Larry Sanders, we had all these guys that were already getting picked, and like now we were going deeper in our bag. But thankfully, no one picked Jalen Johnson because he was also on our list too. So, man, hopefully we got a couple other names in mind, and hopefully this second round does us some good.
So let me ask you about Jalen. Let me just ask you about your thought process. So you're looking for a big. Was there a certain type of big you were looking for? Because you clearly picked someone that can stretch the floor, who's a great facilitator. You can also rim run. Like, is that kind of what you were looking for, or like a versatile big, or would you have something else in mind?
Yeah, no, definitely someone like Jalen, man. Someone who could bang, someone who can be a presence, someone who can score, someone who can also. A lot of people I don't think notice he could pass. We've been watching his game a little bit, so no, I think he's gonna help us out a lot. Plays defense. He's tough. He brings toughness, and he's young. So I think we're really excited about this pick. We're happy we got him.
Yeah, I feel like Jalen didn't get a ton of opportunity last year with Ball Hogs just because they had Jeff there as well. It was kind of trying to see who's kind of fitting in the flow of the game. But I feel like he's going to have a lot of opportunity with you guys as much as you guys wanted to have a big out there. It felt like last year. It's kind of the case and didn't necessarily get to do that. And now Jalen's going to get a real shot here, I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So you got another pick coming up here.
Yeah, I will probably jump off for a second, but I'll be back for sure.
Yeah. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. What are you guys thinking? Are you guys thinking you want another big? Dang, they went right into the second round. They went right into the second round. No time wasted. Okay, Trilogy's on the spot already.
I can't tell you what we're doing now, but
never know who's watching for sure.
Yeah.
After who's watching.
After I'll tell you why.
Well, we opened the doors to Instagram, so I think we got a few more people in. The pick's already in, so I think this is where they go. Hezzy God.
I'll be right back, okay?
Ray Nixon. They did not. They went Ray Nixon. Okay. So Ray Nixon from Tri-State to Trilogy. Garlon had to go. Peace out for another pick. But Ray Nixon to Trilogy? I don't know why. I feel like Trilogy and Tri-State are like, in a way, like rivals for some reason. Does anyone else get that feeling? Like just by their color schemes and stuff, or just their names? Ray Nixon. Congrats to Ray. In Tri-State. I feel like he really made a name for himself 2 years ago in the last game when he balled out against three-headed monsters. Had like 22 points or something. Had like 6 threes. And Trilogy has a shooter. So Roscoe Smith and Ray Nixon. They got a kind of a rebuilt squad here. I'm interested to see how the rest of this shakes out. Still got Hezzy God out there, Rookie of the Year last year. Still have our guy who we just dropped the interview with, Quavius Q Cotton.
Apologize for the mix-up.
Oh yeah.
With that being said, we're gonna go.
With East co-captain Donte Greene in the building. What's up, Donte?
It was good. Sorry, I had the live stream going loud.
It's all good. It's all good. Garland's kind of communicating with his brother on who they're going to pick here in a minute. We kind of knew who y'all were going with with your first pick. How you doing? How you feeling about the draft so far?
Feeling good. Just trying to figure out who's going to be left around for our second round pick. The second round is always interesting. That's where it gets feisty. So we shall see.
I was going to say, I feel like y'all have a unique advantage because you got size and you got Josh as well. Plus, y'all have a core group. Like, we already knew you guys were taking early on. Like, it just kind of fits the bill. But so now you kind of have your options open. What are you guys kind of thinking on your end of who you're hoping to take here with your second round pick?
He's somebody that's going to come in and be in that that fifth man role, but just come in and be ready to go, from the get go, like just out being aggressive, and that's going to just get buckets. Not let us have a lapse when we go to the bench. That's what we need right now.
Yeah, for sure. I just said Kelly 3 is on the clock because I was looking at you. But the pick is in for Tri-State right now. See who they go with their second pick. They went Henry Sims round 1. Oh, and Trilogy's pick just split. So it wasn't Nixon.
Nixon.
Now Nixon goes. So Flight goes back to Trilogy where he's won 3 championships.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Nixon goes back to Tri-State.
Yeah, Ray Nixon, been in the league before.
Yeah.
Strong guard, physical. He knows the physicality of the league. So it works out for Trilogy. Henry Sims, I know I was listening in before. You guys probably didn't know much of his game. Henry Sims is from Baltimore guy. Went to Mount St. Joe High School, went on to Georgetown, played in the league for 4 or 5 years. But is a skilled physical big. He's gotten a lot of physicality as he's gotten older. Right now, he's played over in Asia somewhere. I want to say Saudi Arabia this past year. So good guy, good picks. He snuck in the draft on me. I didn't even know he was in the draft pool. But it all worked out. Happy for him.
I don't think you're going to be able to get him. Tri-State's got a pretty new core now. They got Jay Rich still, but they got Murph. They got Amir Johnson. They got Henry Sims, and they got Ray Nixon back. So 2 of the 3 guys they had last year back on the team, and then they had a few new pieces, and we'll see if they can get back to the playoffs here. Got Bivouac up. I'm assuming Garland's on the phone. He said that they were scrambling for their first one because a lot of their guys were going, but they got Jalen they wanted. So let's see if they go to the next pick here.
I told you that second round, it's a scramble mode. Like, all right, who's been picked, who hasn't been picked? I'm trying to stay locked in on my text group to see who we got.
How important is that fifth guy on the team? I feel like that seems like a theme where they end up being more important than you realize late down the stretch when you're playing a lot of 4-man rotations. How important is that fifth guy, Donte?
Now the fifth guy is real important. He has to be able to not worry about a lot of playing time. Like you're not going to start that fifth guy. You're going to have to just come in. You're not getting trash minutes, but you're going to get minutes where if you're effective, it'll make the difference of you only playing 10 minutes to playing 20 minutes or however long and making a difference in the game. Are you going to get in there? You're going to score 10, grab 4 or 5 boards, be that guy on the defensive end as a pest, be able to switch out. It's a lot of variables that go into that fifth man. So I was in that fifth. My first year, I was in that role.
Yeah.
Played it well. Stack told me in the beginning, like, yo, when you get in the game, we looking for you to score. Like, you got to go. You're not going to start. You're going to come in. You're going to come off the bench. But your minutes got to be effective. And every game, I'm doing whatever. If I gotta hit 4 threes, I'm hitting 4 threes. If I'm locking up Joe Johnson, I only had 2 points, but I got 2 points with 10 rebounds. Like, because I was, Joe Johnson's shooting. I'm boxing out, getting rebounds. So just little things like that, man. You gotta be a dog. You gotta be ready to come in and not be afraid of the spotlight. Like, we back in NBA arenas. Like, a lot of guys used to play in the league. Like, yeah, we in NBA arenas, and it's we back in the show. But at the same time, you still can produce. You gotta have fun. Your role might be bigger than what it was in the league, and you gotta come out and shine, man. You gotta have a good time.
We saw that Killer Threes team worked out. A lot of you guys from that championship game are still on this team today, and y'all have been anxious on getting back to that
we look
playoff spot,
here,
so.
man. We say it every year, but we're always what's crazy is last year we was there. We were in first
last year,
going into the last week of the season, and we thinking like, all right, we're good. We should definitely win this game, but if it's not a must-win game, like, we'll be okay. That's what we were told. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden at the end of the game, they're like, man, y'all didn't even make the playoffs. Like, we went from 1st to 5th in 1 game. So, lesson learned, mashing the gas from day one, and just being ready. It's
going to be I have a feeling, even more competitive this year. We'll see what Garlon has to say here in a second. They're interviewing Gerald, but Bivouac just took Austin Day, who won a championship with the Spurs, had some time in the NBA.
Yeah,
They
Austin. He was in my high school class, 2007. Man.
Okay. What can you say about Austin?
Went to Gonzaga. Cali kid, just missed out on the McDonald's game, but was still, real talented. Went play in the league. We actually played together in Memphis. My last year in the league, my 5th year, we played in Memphis and went all the way to the Western Conference Finals. We lost that's the year Tim Duncan and them won.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So played together. Very skilled guy. Basically a slimmer version of me, I guess you would call it. Like 10, can dribble, can shoot, play in the post.
That's scary too.
Yeah, he's a good pick for them.
Ghost Ballers went back to the Big 3 well. They went straight experience. They took Mo Charlo, former teammate of yours.
Yes, okay. Mo back in. Hard nosed, just a grit and grind. We talk about Memphis, grit and grind kind of player. Won the TBT a few years back. Got on with us. Once he won the TBT, we went and picked him out of the draft pool. We had an injury, picked him up, and he was great for us. Didn't end up bringing him back the next year, but he's bounced around a couple times in the league, and it's good to see him drafted right now. And Mo Charlo, shout out to Mo. He's a good guy, man. Really good guy.
Like he's a pretty solid defender too. Like he's a guy that when you talk about that 5th role, he's willing to do what y'all need him to do. He's not worried about what his stats look like. He's going to pick up who he needs to. He'll shoot a couple of corner threes here and there, but like he's not looking to make a move necessarily on offense unless he's asked to. I feel like that's a good pick, and I feel like this is pretty on brand for Ghost Ballers. They always pick someone with Big 3 experience.
Yeah.
Got Garland back in the building. Austin Day won 2 bigs. Is that someone else on your list? Still muted, Garland.
Turn your mic off. All right, turn your mic on.
Y'all hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
It's late for Garland, so we'll give you a pass on that one. But
man, it's 2 in the morning, man. Y'all got me up late. I'm about to hit the bed.
Where you at right now?
I'm in France.
Oh, you still okay? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, nah, man. I'm about to go to bed, to be honest.
Nah, man. How long I got left?
No, it's over. It's over now. So I'm about to head back home soon. Yeah, it's over.
Was Austin Day on your list of guys that you were hoping?
Yeah, he was. Austin Day and Jalen. Well, we had a list of guys, but man, like I said, like more than half went already in the first round. So we was like, okay,
Yeah. So I've seen a lot of Big 3 experience go off the board. Garland, if you can't make it till 3 in the morning or however long this takes, no worries.
Okay.
But
Shakir Houston, who is that?
That's what you guys are here for.
I have no idea.
I never heard. I don't know.
Someone new to the league. So the new group over there. That's spell his name right? Is it her? The four?
Now, you're hearing it from Thomas Scott. You're hearing it from co-founder of the Big 3.
Potentially a Richard guy or one of the Teague brothers guys. I don't know.
Yeah, it said he's an athlete.
Okay.
Said he's an athlete.
Guard or
said it was an athlete. Said they needed athletes. I mean, they got. You know what's surprising to me though? Why they gave up Murph? Did y'all talk about that in the first?
We have not talked about that. We jumped on a little late, but no. I feel like you would think because they got like a new captain. I guess he wants to bring in his guys, but they still have Richard as their coach. We know what Murph.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But once Richard left, why wasn't Murph? Who's their captain now?
Teague.
Oh yeah, nah. Murph wouldn't have fit with them. Okay, all right, I see it. Makes sense. But as far as the Big 3, I mean, we'll see how we don't know what Jeff Teague is. People think the Big 3 is sweet, man, and it's not. Like,
No.
not easy. It's not easy. I've been blessed to do my thing the past couple of years, but you gotta have first of all, the physicality. You gotta be able to fight through that physicality, man, because they letting us play. We be out there whining, we be complaining, but we get the same calls on the defensive end. So, it's
physical.
who can play through that toughness, who can make it. I mean, And
that shit ground and pound. That's why we went big. You know, I think that was ultimately one of our reasons why we went big. I mean, we're not the smallest team, but we're a bunch of wings, and size will help us kind of, take some of that ground and pound, so.
Hey, we got that.
Especially got to get somebody to deal with Donte Greene. You know what I mean?
Hey,
So.
I had fun in Memphis against y'all.
Yeah, we need some more size. I'm tired of that.
Good game for me.
So we had an interesting situation here where Jamario Moon just went to the triplets at 17. He's been on this team multiple times, won a chip with them. But the weird thing is, like, why did you drop both Larry and Jamario back into the draft pool just to pick one of those guys back up? So I'm assuming one of the other guys they were thinking about drafting ended up going, and they just decided to pick Moon back up. That's kind of a weird situation. But
I like Moon, man. Like he's an older guy. He reminds me of JP, Josh Powell. Was really athletic when he was in the league. Still had skill. Because Jamario more so developed his jump shot, as his career went on. He was just a dunker, when he first came in. But actually, I'm saying could play some ball and still can play ball at a high level. Which is an older guy, a vet, strong guy, just to come in and knock down the corner threes, knock down your mid ranges, get them 50-50 balls. Like he's a tough-nosed guy. I like him.
I thought maybe they would go back and get Allen Anderson. Maybe that's why they dropped both their guys. I saw Double A was back in the draft.
Double A was back in the draft this year?
He was at the combine today. Yeah. So,
okay. Yeah. I'm in Baltimore right now, so I have family stuff to attend to this weekend. Obviously, the holiday weekend. But I would have definitely went out to the draft. I might need to get out there next year to the combine if we do it again. Combine in the draft.
Yeah. I heard it was rough out there. It was physical out there today. I heard so.
Guys trying to get in. We hot, baby. We hot.
I saw one guy so far from the draft pool has been drafted, Nasir Kaur, who went pick number 10 to Three's Company. We got Three's Company's pick right now. They got some new guys.
William, he back in the league.
Is that the same Sean Williams?
Who's on the clock right now?
Sean Williams that went to Boston College, right?
They did there was a Sean Williams that played in Bivouac, but that's a different spelling. So either they spelled his name wrong or that's somebody different.
Is that Sean Williams? What's Sean from? Sean from LA? It might be
right now is Ball Hogs right now.
Sean Williams.
Again, Thomas Scott putting it down right there. Sean Williams has competed over different years at the combine. Why this year? Why did he make the big?
Does Ball Hogs go big?
Yeah, it's Boston College, Sean Williams.
Oh, okay.
You think the Ball Hogs are going to go big on this pick?
I think they're going big again. I think y'all took their pick with Jalen. I think they wanted him back, to be honest.
For sure.
Jalen and who's doing the Ball Hogs?
They got Larry.
I'll pick up Javier Carter if I'm them.
I love Javier was with us last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think he knows the league now. He came on late too. It took him a while to kind of get adjusted to the league.
But once you kind of know it, it helps.
Yeah, he figured it out. It's tough. That's why I said that first year is so tough, man. Like you don't really know. And with us in 2019, it was still the league was still like old NBA. So we had like Greg Oden. I had Eddie Curry on my team. Birdman was out there playing. Like it was like some real bigs in the league. So it wasn't. Now it's more shifting towards how the league is now, more versatile. Like you got a lot of hybrid guys that thrive. But yeah, it's you got to come in and find your niche, man. And it's not as easy as people think.
Yeah, Ball Hogs went Larry Sanders with the second overall pick. So they got Larry Sanders and see here.
I think they go big again.
Alex Thompson. Wow.
Thompson.
Oh.
Did I play against him in college or?
He played last year with Three's Company for a little bit.
Did he go to Georgetown?
Yep.
Yeah. That's Georgetown guy. Another Georgetown guy. Yeah, man. I almost went to Georgetown. That's a crazy story.
I feel like I just remember Michael Beasley yelling at Hollis a lot last year in his first year.
Yeah, he's more. Oh yes, okay. I mean, he's more of a 3-4 kind of guy. Like
Yeah,
not
he a swing man.
Yeah, like a
Or
wing.
maybe even a 4-3.
So maybe they decided not to go big just because the options were dwindling a little bit there.
Kind of like what Donte was just saying, like that hybrid.
Yeah.
He's just
And
saying that because the
he gotta
league
be
is
a
full of
dog.
those.
He gotta be a dog. He gotta come in be ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Hours on the clock. They already took Deshaun Stevens. Yeah, y'all are about to be on the clock here soon.
I think they're gonna get a guard.
Who, us?
Power?
Oh, you said Power. Yeah, Power needs. Who did
So
they draft?
They just got Deshaun. They got Glenn, TJ, and Royce there.
So Deshaun is like a hybrid center. Like he's a center, but he's
a hybrid.
Oh man, Deshaun can play.
Yeah.
I know he's killing overseas for sure.
Man, he was our first. If we got first pick, we was picking him first. He was our first pick.
It was, yeah. He's everybody. He's always everybody's first pick for sure. Like,
I
mean, he willed aliens to that first playoff run.
Yeah, but I mean, he understood the European game. That's why he was good with Doosan and his crew.
Yeah, facts. No, they was ticking.
They was.
Doosan's available too. I don't know if Power goes back into the Doosan pool.
Marcus Foster. Who is Marcus Foster?
Foster's know much about him other than that he is a guard, 6'3" guard.
Oh, Marcus Foster. He pretty good.
Yeah.
Played in Lithuania. Yeah, he got game. He played with my brother, won a championship with my brother in the G League.
He's a younger guy?
Younger, yeah. But he was in Lithuania killing, playing in the Champions League. He's good. That's a good little pickup for them.
All right. I know where we going at just to check the chat. Okay.
Since we don't know much about Marcus Foster, we're gonna go over to
he got game. He'll score. He'll score for sure. He can light it up.
Nice little boost off the bench. Okay.
These questions.
He's firepower. He's like a Dominique Johnson.
Oh.
No, really. Like he's just a scorer. Like I'm gonna score this basket. Like
he is one of
ball
the
in my hand, and I'm gonna get a bucket.
Three-level
nice. I know TJ does a lot of recruiting for them in the past few years. So he's a smaller guy. You say he's a guard?
I think he's about. Don't look. I could be lying. So if he on here listening, my bad. But I would say like 6'2", 6'3", but like bigger guard, but guard. You know.
Seen a couple bigger guards. See what Killer Threes is thinking. I feel like that fifth spot's been interchangeable past couple of years.
This is the last pick, right? Killer Threes? Donte?
No, this will be the second to last pick.
Oh, okay.
Aliens has the last pick. So.
Aliens have the last pick, okay.
Which, as of right now, they just got Millsaps on their team.
Damn.
Is there another Millsap to get?
They do have another brother, I'm pretty sure. Who'd y'all go?
Man.
Okay.
Elder. I'm not familiar.
Talk to us about that, Donte.
Like you're looking at us like
the guy who was at the combine today that supposedly looked good. That's all I can say. Oak, as Oak made his ruling. You gotta go with Oak, man. You can't go against Oak.
All right.
We had a guy we had our eye on, but man,
he overruled.
Is he young? What is he?
No
is
idea,
he a big?
bro.
No idea. Every year I feel like he's got something to say about the dudes he's picking this year. No idea. That's crazy. All right. Last pick. 2024 Big 3 draft. I'm looking up William Felder.
Yeah, I mean, I see energy guy. Say he's energy guy.
Honestly, energy guy is really good in the Big 3. I I think it's a little
No,
underrated.
especially exactly. What I was saying earlier was you got to be a dog and you got to just bring it from the jump. Like, as soon as you get in the game, no matter what time you check in, whether it be before halftime, if you check in for the first time after halftime, you got to be ready to go. So, I trust Oak. He put his eyes on him. Said it was at the combine. So, we going.
He's 6'7". Let's see, he's born in 91, so he's like 3 years older than me. So he's about 32. Trying to see. He played. So he's played in France. This tours. Oh yeah, he played in France. That's what I see on Eurobasket at least. All right. I wonder who aliens goes here. I think we got Paul, Abraham, John. I think there's one more Millsap. Elijah.
Really? That'd be sick to have them all on there.
Just calling them Millsaps instead of aliens.
Dusan?
They went Dusan. Nice.
That's not bad.
Nice little homage. Back to the former captain there.
I mean, Anthony, who would you say? I mean, now that it's over, like, who would you say won the draft, had the most, like, I don't know, MVP-like picks? Which squad would you say you like the best when on terms of the picks?
And it's tough because I feel like on paper a few of these look good, but sometimes I don't know guys like the Marcus Fosters and the William Felders. I like Powers picks a lot. And Marcus Foster is y'all are hyping him up, and I got Deshaun Stevens. I like y'all's picks a lot because y'all went with two bigs, one that's played in the league and one that hasn't yet, but Donte was talking about him a lot. And let's see, I'm looking at some of these as well. I mean, I like Ball Hogs picks a lot too. I think Larry Sanders is a good fit for them. Then picking Hollis Thompson. I would say those are probably the top three. Anyone that you like that you're like, oh man, they got like a lot better?
Man, I just think Three's Company just got a whole lot better just how they put together their captains. And with their picks, I think they're just, on paper, they're a really good team. I think they got better. I thought Power got better, bringing in Deshaun. And I think just in general, man, the league is a whole lot better, man. It's a whole lot better. So
we saw no Hezzy guy go. So no
Hezzy guy. But that could easily change. I don't think he started the season last year.
I just think something
exactly
when you win an award and then the next year you're not picked. So whatever the case may be, it is what it is. I like to see some of the new guys in there. Interested to see how like guys like Nasir Kaur and Shakur Justin do, Marcus Foster. But I don't know. I'm interested to see what Trilogy does. I'm not too familiar with like Roscoe Smith and their new co-captain. So we'll see. Solid draft. Draft. I don't know where Donte popped off to, but I'll stay on here for a minute. I know it's like 2:30 for you now, so feel free to hop off. We appreciate your insight. Thanks for sharing with us some of your draft strategy and your insight and knowledge. Excited for you guys to come back and run it this summer. Do you feel like the squad you got just on paper, you feeling good about it, to taking Bivouac to that first playoff appearance?
Nah, for sure, man. First of all, man, thank you for having me. And most definitely, it was. I think for our first pick being the 11th pick of the draft and having a quick one right after, I thought we did a pretty good job. So it's up to us now to put it all together. Yeah,
y'all got the core. You're just missing those pieces. We'll see if those guys are those pieces. But appreciate the time, especially so late.
Yep.
And safe travels back. We'll see you this summer.
All right, man. See you. Peace.
All right. Well, thanks to everyone who's tuned in. We'll look at some of these teams, kind of go back just a little bit. So we have the first round here. with Brandon Moss and Larry Sanders and Henry Sims being the top 3 picks. Obviously, we saw a lot of bigs go early. That's pretty on brand with what we see year after year. No surprise the killer threes went Dominique Johnson. And no surprise that Ghost Ballers went to someone they're familiar with, and that's someone that's familiar with the big 3. So good to see some of those cores stay together. I'm super interested in the Sear core. I've seen his name a lot just when it comes to the 3-on-3 stage here recently. So, and I saw him today a little bit at the combine for some of those people live streaming and had videos clipped. So heard he's a big guard, and they had a bigger guard to their squad alongside, who else did they get? Three's Company. Did I just freeze? I'm frozen for everybody now. No. No. What happened? I just frozen. Damn. All right. No, everybody is gone, but for pre-recorded purposes, thanks to everyone who tuned in. Thank you to Garlon, Greene, and Donte Greene for joining me on the live stream. I know it was a little untraditional. It's definitely doing a lot more things in the background than I'm used to, but I appreciate everyone taking the time to join. Sorry, things froze up. I think my computer's got overheated a little bit, trying to do everything at once. But man, what a turnout! Can't say enough about this community and just about what's to come in this league. Definitely surprised. I know I've brought his name up a lot, but just being that he's the reigning rookie of the year, I thought that he'd be brought back, but definitely surprised that Hezzy God wasn't back in the league. I don't think he was at the combine, but I felt like some guys were rewarded for being at the combine. So it's a big shout out to just some of those people like looking to give people a chance, and we'll see how some of these guys do. I definitely like a lot of the moves that Power made, that Bivouac made. That was not just me saying that because Garlon was here. I definitely thought that they made a lot of really good picks for sure. Triplets, I feel like made some interesting moves, just knowing that Jamari was put back into the pool and they redrafted him, but doesn't really matter. You got your guy back, regardless of that's who you were expecting to get or how that ended up working out. Then also interested in some picks that, like some teams like Three's Company, they picked Nasir Kaur, they picked Sean Williams. Then you got Three-Headed Monsters who took Shakur Houston, and they also took Brandon Moss as the number 1 pick. So Brandon has a chance to play a full season and go crazy this year. Good to see Flight back with Trilogy. So a lot of good picks here made. I thought that we would see, like I said, as he got, I also thought someone like Eric Pascal could have been back in the league, but he wasn't drafted. I thought maybe someone like Trayvon Duval could have had a shot, but I know a lot of teams are already guard heavy. But nonetheless, some of those guys could still get an opportunity later in the year. You just never know. And a lot of these captains like switching around, not a lot, but a few captains switching around for sure. So I'm interested to see, how some of the new shakeup plays out, especially teams like Tri-State, Three's Company. Some of these teams that added captains from other places. Definitely intrigued to see how some of those teams work out. And then last but not least, I can't get over this, but Aliens having 3 of their 4 Millsap brothers, I think that's dope. Just kind of a family affair there. Then bringing back the old captain, Doosan Bullitt. I think it's going to be a fun team. And Doosan didn't necessarily bring in his guys this year, but he's still back with his team and still rocking the Aliens uniform. So thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thanks to everyone who stuck around through some of the technical difficulties. I appreciate it. Again, can't say enough to everyone who showed up. I think this is probably our biggest turnout in maybe live history. And I think the same thing can be said for the BIG3 as well. They had, 15,000 people tuned in at once, and so that's huge for the league. I don't think they typically get that big of a live stream necessarily unless it's on TV. So shout out to the BIG3 for the production they put on, and shout out to you guys for tuning in. Got a lot more to come this season. A lot of good stuff. Hopefully we'll make it out to a few games, and we'll see if one of these teams that haven't made the playoffs, like Bivouac, like Bivouac, like Ball Hogs. Who's the other team I'm thinking about that hasn't made the playoffs yet? No, why I'm blanking here, but we'll see if teams like Bivouac and Ball Hogs can make a run this year at their first playoff appearance, and we'll see if we can get a new champion, we'll see if Enemies, has a repeat championship run. It'll be interesting. I think Enemies probably had to add one more person, so they probably got their team already stacked out, but because Nick Young moved to a full-time coach and is no longer a player, I think they had to add one more person. So we'll see what the rest of their roster looks like as well. But it's been fun. This is fun. I enjoyed it. Again, big shout out to Garlon, Greene, and Donte Greene for hopping on and giving their insight for all the time that they could. And quick draft. A little over an hour it took. So, I thought it was efficient, and I thought it was exciting as well. But thank you guys. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Lots more to come, so make sure you're tapped in on the Fourth Man at Fourth Man Pod. That's on YouTube, on Instagram, on X. So make sure you guys are locked in over there for all the latest content updates, roster changes, news updates, whatever the case may be, interviews. Got all of it right here on the Fourth Man. So thank you, everybody, and See you guys next time.